What's going on? How's my sound? How's my sound? Let me know. Let me know. Black Pill Red here. What's going on? Hadn't been here in a while. Had to take a few days off. And if anyone knows me, knows that I have a bad back. And the way this weather has been flip flopping, it's really been doing a number on me. Also, my sleep patterns are terrible because I'm always doing some type of research. But other than that, what's going on, people? Now, just to remind you guys, I mean, even if everyone on there, shout outs to Amina, Imrek. This is how I got my start. You know what? I'm going to do a breakdown one day on how my red pill moment. All right. And Amina's a part of it, even though she's probably mad at me. I don't know why, but you know what? I love her anyway. But and I think I know why. But it's probably because I'm using Ecamm today. Now I'm not using StreamYard, so you won't see any highlighted chats or anything like that, because really I can't I'm trying to do 2 and 3 different things, and I can't really highlight the chats and all that other stuff, so I chose not to go that route. But the link I sent her that day, it was for this one, and she probably thought it was supposed to be for StreamYard, and she was probably trying to load it up on StreamYard. And look, my sister's in the house. Baby girl, that's my sister. It's my real life sister, y'all. So, and I think my mother is probably watching too. So watch your mouth. Watch all your mouths, all right? Kanita, what's going on, girl? I just spoke to John. John is on his way into a Bible study right now. So if we're still going, which I plan on not being, I don't want to be on that long. My goal is to come in, give you some information. We'll talk about a few things and then get out of here. I know I say that, and we always end up going an hour over or something like that. But my goal is to just be an hour. I'm trying to highlight some slides here. These first. All right, I'm gonna wait a little while before I actually get started. How's everyone doing? You know what? I will say this. Let me see something. Let me see if I can get to it real quick. Okay, let me switch back over to my mouse because I don't like the trackpad. Okay. It's something I want to show you guys. And I'm proud of this because I got, I finally got my, let me move this over, minimize that. Bam. Okay. Now I want to show you guys something here. And this is something that I thought was very, it wasn't necessary, but check this out. All right. Let me see if I can move this over a little bit. All right, there it is. All right, now I want you guys to look at. Really, you can read all of it. All right, it says taser wasn't invented when you were a so-called police officer. Okay. Hey, that was funny. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and you know what? I don't mind the old cop jokes. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But this right here, this second one right here, is the one who it made me question him. He says, "Joe, and Mama, please forgive me for my language. I'm just reading this, okay? Hey, Rich, what's going on, baby man? Well, big man. Big man, baby man. Big man, what's going on now? Anyway." Mom, don't get mad at me. I'm reading. I'm not saying this. I'm reading this. It says, "Joe, have you gotten your money yet? Lying ass bastard." I'm like, wow. Look, and anyone who's been actually following us knows that this has only been 2 weeks, and I got some update just right before this live. When I say right before this live, it was 8:57. When John hung up with me because he got some information, and I'm going to pass it on to you guys. Okay. So just bear with me to the end. All right. That's the only thing I want you to do is bear with me to the end. All right. But then all of a sudden I had to reply to this because, it was one of those things where, he says, "You and John are full of crap." Basically, it's at the bottom, but I had to reply to it. I said, wow, Lying ass bastard. I said, okay. I said, it's been 2 weeks and we're waiting on a response. But people like you, I pray for. And I said, this is as new to us as it is to you. It's not an overnight thing. Basically, this is the beginning process. But I'm sorry, you probably ran before you walked. All right. Now, if that was, it wasn't necessary for him to say us, him, her. I don't know who this KH person is. And I erased it from the live chat, and I hate that I did, because I want to come back. I want to be able to come back to him and tell him I told you so. But God don't want us to be bitter. That's the crazy thing about it. We don't want to be bitter. And I'm chomping on the bit like, God, can I just be bitter for just 1 minute? I want to be bitter for 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Can I just scream up and down and say, I told you so. I told you so. But we can't do that. We're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to be that way. So one thing I try to do is I try to gather as much information as I can, because I want to be able to answer questions. That's it. I want to be able to answer questions. Now, if I don't reply to any of your texts or chats or anything like that, please forgive me. Please forgive me. All right, because I'm my mind is all over the place, and I can't. If you know me, you know that I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. But my mind is hyperactive, so I'm always multitasking, doing something. Yeah, I know. I'm not even worried about him. I'm praying for him. All right. I'm me, two deuces, two fingers. All right. You're good. If you don't look, let's put it this way. Evidently, I said something to get you to come on my site. You responded 3 times. So evidently I'm here. And then Mama, you remember what Pastor Duckins said. He said, if I'm stepping on your feet, if I'm stepping on your toes, move your feet. I'm stomping on his toes right now. All right, so either you're gonna get moving off this site, or you're gonna stay in and get to work like everyone else is. Now, we have some pill heads. I'm calling them pill heads, and yes, I'm taking a negative connotation and I'm turning it positive. So I don't care what anyone says. But we got some pill heads out there that are actually, doing some work behind the scenes. Now, I think her name on Telegram is Lemonade. Yeah, she sent me this paper. Lemonade. She sent me this paper. I'm not gonna say her real name, but she sent me this paperwork and stuff like that. We've been researching that, and like I said, when I get to the bonds at the end, I'll give you my opinion and the consensus of the group that I'm in, because we do have a Treasury insider. All right. Now that's the only reason, like I said, that's the only reason why I'm on here giving this, because of the fact of the connections we have. And I want to go back over the executive order one more again. All right. Notice I said one more again. All right. Because people are not believing the fact that this is an executive order. And it makes me think, are you believing it? Are you not believing it because Trump signed it? Or are you not believing it because we have this negative, influence in our life to where we don't know, or we don't suspect good things to happen to us. And I don't know. Like I said, I try to tell everyone that this thing is real. This thing is really happening. But of course, that's how it goes. That's basically it. So. Okay, I'm trying to send a friend of mine. He told me to let me know when I'm live. Y'all bear with me for a sec, and then as soon as I'm done with this, we'll go ahead and get started. Again, Black Pill Red here. What's going on? Y'all don't mind? Tell me where y'all from. I want to know how far my voice is reaching. This little old kid out of Houston, Texas. You know what? I did not send an Instagram link out, and I should have, and I didn't, and forgot. Joe, you a bad guy. You know better than that. But I got so caught up in trying to get the show prep going, because I hadn't done this in a while, right? It's only been a few days. The first, I think it was, that I did a show. And I took a couple of days break, but then all of a sudden I started doing more and more research, as well as this severe back pain. I swear on everything I own. Some days it's just, this back is just, it's crazy. Let me apologize to a lot of people who are following me. It's only like 81 people in the house. So let me apologize. If you don't mind, hit that like button for me. The ones that are following me, and I have yet to actually, I'm sorry, it's 147 in the house, 82 likes. If I hadn't if I hadn't approved you on Instagram or Instagram yet, please forgive me. I said it's 310 more to go through. And so I like going through the sites because I want to know who I'm talking to, because I am going to do a segment. If you have a business, just know Money Mondays is what it's going to be. Money Mondays, I'm going to call people and we're going to have you tell the people what business you have. What do you do? What do you do for a living? How do you make your living? Because this is how information is going to get out, from now on, without Line Media going. All right. Now, speaking of Line Media, which was a perfect segue, let me line this up while I'm talking to you guys. I have to, I really want to, okay, let me do it this way. So if y'all, let me choose the file. Money Mondays is I really want to. Okay, the show file is in there. Hold on just a second. Next show. All right. I really want to highlight businesses because the fake news has been shorting everybody of true information. And the only way we can get information out there is we pass it amongst each other. All right. So the one I'm looking for is 3620. There it is right there.
Fox San Antonio's Jessica.
The media actually, hold up, wrong button. There it is. All right. This is what I mean when I say the media controls the narrative. Now, it's going to get into a lot of things we're going to talk about tonight for the first, 15, 20 minutes. But I have to remind you, I've shown this before. It's on my IG page, Instagram page. And if you haven't seen this, I really want to show you this, and just pay attention to the news networks and everything like that, because the narrative is the same and it's passed around. I don't know who's writing the scripts for these things, but at the same time, they all, quote unquote, they all got the memo. Okay. All right. Check it out.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
we are concerned about troubling and irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
You see what I'm talking about? The media controls the narrative. That's crazy, ain't it? And this is one thing you have to watch out for, because if you're not paying attention, you won't know that that out of all the, you remember back in the day, I don't know how old everyone is, but at the same time, I can only speak for myself. Yeah, and I can remember when there were like 3 major TV stations, and you switch over to UHF, and you have, you know, your other 2 or 3 there. And on the other ones, you had ABC, CBS, and NBC. Now, it's crazy on how, I don't know if you paid attention to the logos in the background of everything that was on there. In that, on all the logos, it was CBS, it was ABC, and it was NBC. So how is it that you're supposed to be different channels and you're sharing the same script? I'm gonna let y'all think about that for a second. Let me. Okay, do I have an answer? Yeah, it's crazy on how they do this, but at the same time, yeah. They all work for the same people. They work for the same people. And they want to feed information to you, be it right or wrong. They want to feed it to you because they want to control how you think. Now, if I had found, I was looking for another video, but I hadn't found it yet. But I do have another video. But I have to go back and address something because I forgot something. Let me pop this out. Now, according to the text, hold on, let me go back to this. Alrighty. All right. Now, you remember this. I showed you this. Now, right here, it says tasers wasn't invented when you were a so-called police officer. Okay, that's fine, Daddy. Like I said, I like the jokes. I get it. and which is fine. So, you know me, I had to go and dig up a picture. This is 2016. And you know it's wintertime during 2016 because you have the long sleeves on. So and I had my gloves on that day. But this is me in 2016 as a Houston police officer. All right. Now, let me see if I can zoom in on it. I'm not sure if you can see it. The lighting on it is crappy. This right here, that's my taser. I'm not sure if you can see it. I don't know if I can lighten it up from where I am. Let's try that and see. All right, let me do this. Let me see if I can lighten this picture up just a hair. Anyway, go. Yeah, I've been told that I'm old by him. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. That's so funny. That is so funny. But yeah, tasers were around when I was on the department. And it's not just the fact that people want to, people feel like they got to say something. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to be nice because I know my mother's watching, so I'm choosing my words right, my words wisely. Okay, so let me see if I can lighten this up a little bit, and Let's see. You really can't see it because it has like a silver handle. It's like a silver. No, none of those are working. Yeah, none of those are working. So other than that, yeah, I wore my taser in the front. Now, the one thing about my taser is my taser was canted, all right? And that's only because it jammed in my hip and it actually, wore, a sore right there because it was jamming in my hip. So I had to move it. So I moved it to the front, but then it was jamming in my leg. And so they told me I can go ahead and take it off and alter it. And I canted it about a good 15, 20 degrees. And it fits right into my leg, and it fits perfectly. So I couldn't do this. Now, as far as the young lady who shot the kid in the car and said, "Oh, I mistakenly grabbed my gun instead of my taser." Now, I showed you and I broke it down for you. She has a yellow taser. Let me say that again. Yellow taser. All right. Now, she has a yellow taser. Now, how did you mistakenly pick up a black gun when you know your taser's yellow? And the taser's on her left hip and she grabbed a gun from her right side. That is part of the reason why they want your taser opposite of your gun, because they don't want you to have a mistake like that. All right. So I'm probably going to pay close attention to that case because I really think that was a false flag event. But, hey, that's just me. All right, let's get into these slides. All right. And no, Citizen Man, I'm not copying you. It just came out that way. All right, let me pop these open. We're gonna start with this set first, and we're gonna go for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna get into those Bond things. All right. All right. Here's the first. Turn this down just a wee bit. Just in. Former Democrat House Majority Speaker, the Speaker of the House of Oregon, Dave Hunt, was arrested and charged with human sex trafficking in Portland. Let me tell you what's funny about this, y'all. There's a little bit of irony in this. Okay. Now, he's no longer serving in Oregon, but he was there when they voted for the bill to approve this law. So he voted for the very law that he got arrested for. Yeah, I was out there tasting dinosaurs, man. When they, when those Tyrannosaurus Rex was giving problems to all the other ones. I had to go ahead and take care of business. As a matter of fact, Doubting Thomas, when he started doubting that Jesus, and he started giving Jesus a hard time, I had to go ahead and you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, dude, man, Jesus talking, man. Anyway, Fred Flintstone, he still owed me a quarter, so he got changed for $1 and shorted me a quarter, so I got to go back and get that. Anyway, it go. Yeah, that was me back in the day. Yeah, yeah, he got charged with the same thing he voted for and approved. He got it passed. And I think he has something to do with creating the bill as well. So he got hold of, let me go back to it. He got arrested for human sex trafficking for the same law that he approved, that he voted for. I'm trying not to laugh, but it's funny. Wow. Okay. All right. Now, it wasn't stupid, but at the same time, it was supposed to happen. Oh, man. They say when God works, he works in mysterious ways. Well, it ain't nothing mysterious about that. That was... Okay. All right. Let me stop. Shut up, Joe. Stop. I can't laugh at anybody else's misfortune. Please forgive me. I'm not trying to do that because that would show a sign of bitter. I'm sorry, Mama. Yeah, my mom's on here somewhere. My sister is too. So, all right. Anyway. All right. Let me go to. Let me go to the next one. All right. Now, this is in Minnesota. All right. Minnesota Senate passes voter ID bill. Now, here's the thing about it. Now, I just brought it up. I just completed a video I'm going to be dropping later on tonight about Miss Tiffany Cross. I'm not sure if you guys have heard or seen her video, how she puts down Tim Scott. Now, Tim Scott, he gave, what he did was he gave his response after Biden did his speech to 10 people in Congress. And she said that he was wrong. Basically, he was wrong about it. She called him. Hold on, I could tell you what. Did I close that up? Let me see. I want to tell you because I wrote. I actually wrote. That's not it. Yeah, she actually referred to him, and give me a second, as I am trying to find it. She called him a tap dancer, a clown. Let me open this up. It'll be easier if I open it up. Okay. She referred to him like I said, a tap dancer, a clown. She may as well call him Uncle Tom because that's what she really wanted to say. And she had the nerve to say, I found on Wikipedia that she wanted to be the next Murphy Brown. And if anybody remember that TV show Murphy Brown, she was white. All right, so anyway. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. We all have our role models. All right. She referred to him as a soul black man or a sleepy, slow-witted sufferer of Stockholm syndrome. I'll explain what Stockholm syndrome is for the people who don't know what it is. She also referred to him as, I am skimming through what I wrote. Like I said, a tap dancer, which is another negative connotation. She said he was asinine, a token, searching for white approval, a clown. He's also auditioning to be Sam Jackson's understudy in the movie of Django. I'm like, really? You don't like the man that much? Do you want to? I mean, and here's the thing. All right, we are supposed to be better than this. We're supposed to support our black folk, but you know how it is. Black folk come up in the hood and a lot of people tend to look down on him because they think he's uppity and he forgot where he came from and all this other stuff. And those people are just upset, jealous because they didn't think of it first. And number two is they feel like, they can't accept the fact that, yes, you are better than them, but you can be the same as him. That's the problem. They don't think that they can be the same as him. Yes, right now, some people can look at me and say, Joe, oh, you think you're better than us. Well, right now, if you think I'm better than you, yes, I am better than you. But you can be, if not good as me, you can be better. And I want you to be better because I don't want to hold you down. I want to help you up. If I can push you up higher, that means I'm going to push you up higher and you're going to throw a hand down and say, hey, Joe, you help me. You come up here too. That's how we're supposed to be. White folks been doing it for years. Asian folks do it for years. We are the only race that don't do it. We don't do it. We don't help each other out because they created this false narrative from the 40s, in the early 30s and 40s, how black men are no good and they have to be out of the house. You don't need them. And they kept convincing women, oh, you don't need no man. Well, you don't. You can be successful by yourself, but at the same time, it's not about not needing a man. If he ain't right for you, yeah, you don't need him. That's basically it. If he's wrong for you. But at the same time, they disrupted the household. And because of that, we have this divide. We have this separation in our community. Do y'all know that? And I saw this video on Telegram. And the Telegram group that I follow, they keep up with this. We lost over 200 rappers last year. Some of them no names, some of them crappy. I listened to it and it's terrible. They lost over 200 rappers. Why do you think that? Well, I think it's related to the bond stuff, but we'll get into that later. Anyway, oh, there's my mom. Yeah, there's my mom. My mom right there, the W right there, says Willie Mae Williams. That's my mama. Yeah, there she is. I see her. And a lot of people tend to forget about that. Let me go to this next slide. All right. Now, if anybody keep up with me knows that I keep up with the drops. I'm not going to say what letter, which is 16 plus 1 or 18 minus 1. When I keep up with those drops. So the Arizona audit, forensic audit, is supposed to end on the 15th. All right. And I looked up the information for the 15th. And it says right here, look at what it says. It says, it's time for this horror show to end. It's time to stand. Enough have seen. Domino effect. Think about this. Just let it marinate for a second, okay? Because I follow this stuff. Let me get off of it because I'm gonna do my best not to let the bots catch up to me. Think about that for a second. Yeah. Just think about it for a second. I'm gonna flash back on it again. All right. The Arizona count is supposed to be done by May 15th. It's time for. It said it's time to end this horror show. It's time to stand up. Enough have seen. Domino effect. Okay, what it said right here, if I left off this part, it says it's time to stand up, lead by example. Enough has seen. It says who wears a mask, who doesn't wear a mask. And I believe they're going to unmask a lot of these copies, the word, look, with me being a writer in the thesaurus, the word clone can actually be copy or look-alike. And so it's nothing wrong with that. So when you use the word clone, it's hard for me to say that they're clones. Now, one thing I can say is that when the deep state created, when they have this world going on, they actually can, create twins and all this other stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of that, but I can show you some pictures that I came across, but I'll do that in a few seconds. I don't want to make this video any longer than what it is. So go to the next one, and this was the next one that I liked, and I came across with that one. It says right here, it says, peace for the storm. Have faith in God. This is Mark 11:22. So just have faith. Things are about to change, and just know that things are going to change. It is. I already know that, we know the end of the story. That's the amazing thing about this. We know the end. All right. So do me a favor, y'all. It's 239 people in the house. And it's only 114 likes. Just remember to go hit that likes. If you hadn't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And I promise I would do my best to give you as much good information, viable information as possible. I promise I would. And any suggestions or anything like that, yeah, I'll take those. Oh, I want to get back to one thing. I want to get back to Money Mondays. Now, like I said, Money Mondays are going to be a day, a financial day where we can talk about, if you want to talk about cryptocurrency, something like that. Yeah. Now, I was in cryptocurrency, but I got out of cryptocurrency and bought silver. Now, am I telling you not to get crypto? No, I'm not. I don't know your finances. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you to get it. If you're going to get it, the only one that I would do if I would go back into cryptocurrency would be XRP and XLM and XRP. Those are the only two that right now that I'm looking at. They say this Dogecoin Dogecoin and Dogcoin. I don't know which one it is. It's supposed to be taken off, but I'm just not a fan of it. But to me, the only currency is the currency that can't be reproduced. And that's the one that God made, which is silver and gold. If you can get silver and gold, get silver and gold. Get it. Get silver and gold if you can. As a matter of fact, yeah, I have it right here. In the next video, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna step up and go grab it for you. All right. Now, I wanted to show you those for a reason. All right. It says May 15th, and it's the day that the audits, the forensic audit, is going to be completed. But check this out. All right, let me blow it up a little bit. It says Thursday, May 13th is basically it's the day of Ascension. Now, this is the day, the mythical day. Like I said, I don't know if these days are accurate or anything like that, but this is the mythical day. Not mythical. I'm not gonna say mythical. I'm just gonna say this is the day. This is the day that Jesus ascended to heaven. All right. Now, is this ironic that the day that they end the forensic audit is on that day, the day that they chose that? Because they already know they have the results from that. They had that before they even started. Everything you're watching right now is optics. They have to do this because people have to be woken. And when I say woken, they have to slow peel the Band-Aid off. They can't just rip it off because a lot of people can't handle the truth. Just like the movie, you can't handle the truth. Yeah, there are a lot of people out there that cannot handle the truth. The truth is just that bold to where people would end up killing themselves. Jerome, what's going on? Shell, Jerome is in here, mama. Yeah, I don't know if Jerome, Shell is in the house, and my mama, she's paying it. She's in here too. So Jerome, me and Jerome go back to wee days at the church. All right, but yes, that day is a day of ascension, which is, ironic that day was chosen for that. Now, we passed up May the 4th. So May the 4th be with you. We missed that. All right. And I had a couple of things that I posted. I think I'm going to go ahead and pass these up so we can get to the thing. But let's touch them real quick. All right. Over here, it says, why would Pelosi block the organization source, roll out investigation, prevent public exposure to the truth? Ask yourself why. Republic of China. All right. Information warfare. Imagine that. It's an important text for the future news. Why is Hussein traveling the world? This worldwide. That's what the WW stand for. And for those of you who don't know, let me blow it up. It says, why is I'm getting some feedback here. Why is Hussein traveling worldwide and meeting with foreign heads? Hussein is actually, Barack's middle name. That's why they labeled it that. And HRC is Hillary Rodham Clinton. All right. And this why are they flying under the radar? See, these people, they were actually running a shadow government while Trump was in office. So they would go to these countries like Kerry just got busted for this. They would travel to these countries and try to make deals and would undermine what the Trump presidency was doing. So they would undermine the rules, every agreement they had. They would come through and try to undermine it. So they come up with their own agreement, which basically is the Logan Act, and that is what they tried to put on Flynn. Was the Logan Act, and it's against the law. They can't do that. But anyway, it go. Hillary, she got caught doing that. Pelosi, all of them. Okay, and then here's the next one real quick. This is from May the 4th. The rigged system, they don't want to turn over documents to Congress. What are they afraid of? Why are there so much redaction? So much redacting? Why so much unequal justice? At some point, I would have no choice but to use the power granted to the presidency to get involved. All right. And everything I'm telling y'all is pretty much, coming to fruition right now. Now, okay, let me open this up because I need to show this to you, but I don't have the slide right next to each other. So I want to move this one next to each other. Okay, there it is. Now, remember the slide I was showing y'all? The video I showed you at the very beginning about the media controlling the narrative. Okay, now check this out. All right, take a close look at this. And I actually went and found the whole thing. Okay, let me blow it up a little bit. And me, I'm one of those. I fact check the fact checker. Let me get rid of my ugly face here. Yeah, I fact checked the fact checker, but this was already fact checked. But I also went and looked up the article myself, and this is what I found. Now, the video you see right here, this one right here, this is the one that they're using right here. And let's see if we can read the screen below. It says people are dying in the streets in India as COVID-19 crisis worsen. Okay. Look at what she has on. Look at that. Look what she have on. You see that? You see that? All right. But if you just so, let's see, where's my mouse? Okay. Just glance over here to the right. To the left. What do you see? Let me see if I can blow that up a little bit more. I'm you know what? I know what I can do. All right, you guys getting ready to see behind the scenes. Please forget that. You know me, I'm not trying to show you everything, but let me blow that up and then blow this up. Now, you see, remember this. The lady in the pants, right? And the lady laying down in the purple, right? What does this say right here? People found a woman taking ill during, they had a gas leak in India. Okay. I had to go ahead and cut it off. They had a gas leak in India. This was last year. No, I'm sorry. Was it April 20? No, it was April this year. I think it was. Yeah. Let me look it up. Let me see. Cause it's on the slide. Yeah. It's April this year. April this year, they had a gas leak and they used the same image from that gas leak to act like they are, that they are actually the COVID victims falling out in the middle of the streets. Okay, here's a better image right here. So let me go to that one. Okay, that's her laying down. See, same lady. And the one on the left, the one on the right is the one they just put out saying that COVID victims are falling out in the streets. But the one on the left is from a gas leak. These are crisis actors, y'all. These people are paid to do this. All right. Now, I want you to pay attention to some things too. The next ones I go, and hopefully nobody gets sick. Now, read the headline and make sure you pay attention to what station puts these headlines out. All right. COVID swallowing people in India as crematories are overwhelmed. Okay. Next one. Coronavirus swallowing people in India. Crematories overwhelmed. Yahoo News. Virus swallowing people like a monster in COVID hit nation. Coronavirus swallowing people in India. Crematorium overwhelmed. Coronavirus swallowing people in India. Crematoriums over. These are different newspapers. These are different channels and everything. Okay. Coronavirus swallowing people in India. Crematories overwhelmed. These are different stations. They're swallowed. Yes, and see, the thing about it is they all got the memo. Use these keywords. These. And look, here's another one. Coronavirus swallowing people in India. Crematories overwhelmed. And the thing about it is, I'm not sure if you pay attention. If you see this, it's the same video. It's the same video. That one's different because they show these people being burned, but I don't think that this burning of bodies, I don't think there's actually bodies in there. They actually set that up. Like I said, these are crisis actors. I have a video that I was trying to find it, of this one female that's been caught in 3 different news interviews, 3 different situations at 3 different times. And you finally caught on to it. Yes, this is a crisis actor. But Texas City orders shelter in place for chemical release. Now, I put this up here because I want people to pay attention to what's going on around them, because they do not want the news in Arizona to come out. They don't want the information to come out. I think that was the last slide anyway. Yeah, it was. They don't want that information to come out. Open up the new one. One more, 2 more slideshows, and then we're going to get right into the bond stuff, because I just got some information. I'm not going to show. I'm going to pull up the executive order real quick, and because I want to get out of here at 10 o'clock. So here we go. All right. Now, I don't know if anybody, like I say, keep up with the news like I do. Biden, he said he wants to withdraw all the troops by 9/11. I thought that was offensive, using 9/11 to remove the troops, but we all knew that was a ploy. Now, while we were waiting on 9/11 to come up, he moved in 650 more troops to help with getting those guys out, which you don't need to, because the last administration had already moved all of the heavy equipment out. Everything was moved out. Everything was done. You're just waiting for the troops to withdraw from there. They were waiting on that, right? So while we're waiting, this is not the slide I want. Trump, he put this out. And I boxed in. You don't have to read the whole thing. So I boxed in the bottom. Let's zoom in on it real quick. And pick up right here at this last sentence. It says, I plan to withdraw on May 1st, and we should keep as close to that schedule as possible. Now, I slowed and paused there because I underlined a certain word. Now, you think about this. You're talking about someone who no longer works for a company. And yes, we do. Like me, sometimes I still refer to myself as an officer, and we need to do this, we need to do that. But he planned to withdraw them on the May 1st, and we should keep. Basically, I'm saying that he's still in charge, because he said we should keep close to this schedule. He's basically in a indirect way saying that he's still in charge. But check this out. I think I just passed it. NATO says Afghanistan withdrawal has begun. All right. Now, the date that this came out was May 1st. They started withdrawing the troops out of Afghanistan. All right. Don't believe me? They went through the whole ceremony. You know, the last thing you do when you're in the military, the last thing you do when you withdrawn from a base or any location and you have that flag flying, the last thing you do is you pull that flag down and you turn it over to whoever is going to be taking over that area. But red man not in charge, or orange man not in charge. That's what they say. Orange man not in charge. Now I want to get in real quick into your boy Biden, and then I'm gonna get into these bonds. Let me make sure I got the right one. Oh yeah, just these right here. I'm gonna show you these, and I thought I had another video, a couple of other videos to show you. Yeah, another image is really sad. It really is. And if you don't believe in what do you call them? The other beings here on it. I'm trying not to say trigger words, okay? So forgive me if you see me pause or something like that. I'm trying not to say trigger words, but if you believe that we're here alone, you're wrong. And then I want to show you why. But let me get into this one. Now, one thing you have to do, you have to pay attention to what's said, and because this is a different type of war that's going on. These people talk behind the scenes. They use hand gestures. They use hand signals. They use regular speech. They'll talk and tell you something, and if you're not paying attention, you'll miss what they say. And I'm big on words. I have to pay attention to this. Now, I don't know if you guys were paying attention to this. Throughout the whole debate and all that other stuff, Biden kept saying, we're about to go into dark winter, right? This is what he was referring to. And anybody down here in Houston know, we got hit. We got hit. I mean, because it doesn't get that cold down here. And if I'm correct, it got down into the single digits down here for about 1 or 2 days. And it snowed, that fake snow. I'm not sure if anybody got out there when that fake snowing played. But anyway, it go. You have to pay attention. It's hard to follow by because I can't stomach him because a lot of the lies he says when he's up there, and I know he's lying. And it's hard to pass on information when you know that this person is actually lying. All right. Now, one thing that happened. Well, here's another thing right here before I get into the speech that he said. Now, this is another one. He said he wanted to end cancer. So Biden said in U.S. is seek to end cancer as we know it after the COVID pandemic. And just after the COVID numbers dropped, look what happened. It's actually happened in a couple of cancer wards in the hospital where all the machines, everything was knocked offline. Now, you know, people who are suffering, dealing with cancer, who are getting transfusions and all this other stuff, this stuff could actually kill them. All right. They are trying to increase numbers, install fear, and everything else. But like I said, everything they said they were going to do, they did. And they keep doing it. Now, anyone knows about that certain little boat that got wedged in that canal knows that the Given is a code name for Walmart, and the green is Hillary's code name. And the what they found on the boat was horrendous. I think it's total about 3,000 or 4,000 little ones, half of them dead. Nuclear weapons, climate change, climate machines, 30 years worth of science that was developed for climate change and help influencing the weather, which everyone knows that they influences the weather. The HAARP system still exists in several locations. But to go to this, let me go to, okay. Now, you remember the Q drops? This thing right here has been popping around the Q drops ever since they be coming around. When they've been using this same thing all the time. I know a lot of people have seen this, but this is a video of a clock. This is a picture of a clock. Where was this clock at? And I'm gonna show you where this clock was. And it's crazy on how, like I said, everything happens for a reason. He always says, how many times does it have to happen for it not to be a coincidence? Well, here's one time right here. Now, it's a short video, but check it out.
In another era, when our democracy was tested, Franklin Roosevelt reminded us, in America, we do our part. We all do our part. That's all I'm asking. That we do our part, all of us. And if we do that.
Now, I'm going to play it again.
It's we the people.
What reason do they have to do a push and a pull from on this?
Democracy was tested. Franklin Roosevelt reminded us, in America, we do our part. We all do our part. That's all I'm asking.
That was his way of showing you that we're still in charge. Yeah. What's going on, Sleepy Joe?
Come on, man.
That was his way of, that was the White Hat's way of telling us that they're still in charge. And if you don't think that they're still in charge, let me close this up. If you don't think that they're still in charge, then where did this come from? Now tell me, this looks kind of freaky, don't it? Don't this image look kind of strange? They look like hobbits now, right? And I'm gonna put this in my video tonight. And they look it look like they're in a small house, and this is actually photoshopped image. This is Photoshop. This is Jimmy Carter and his wife, and they're in their 90s, and they don't have that mask on. And from what I didn't get the other part of it. The other part, they have a photo of them leaving this house, and they put the mask on. Now these people are in their 90s, but they believe that they're gonna, Biden had a mask on. He had a mask on doing a Zoom call. No one else was in the room with him, but he did a Zoom call and wore a mask. Wow, John, that's very impressive. Anyway, that's your dude. That's y'all dude. That's your dude. I didn't vote for him. I didn't. I couldn't vote for him because there was nothing he did that made me want to vote for him. So, another thing about the whole video that I wanted to show you was this. All right, let me do it this way. Let me see if I can trick y'all a little bit. Okay. Now, this is going along right along the same lines of the whole thing of the media being misled. Remember the banana in the tailpipe, all that other stuff. This is part of it right here. Now, you see this right here is Kamala Harris, right? Now, she's getting ready to board a plane. There's one problem. There's no plane. It's a green screen. Oh, man. I can't make this stuff up. It's a green screen. Yeah. This is what she was actually, she's boarding. Going above. This is before, China anteed up enough money to paint a plane to look like the real AF-1. Yep, this thing is not real. And I think that's pretty much it. I got two more. Well, one thing about some more the lies that they keep telling. I gotta hurry up because it's past 10 o'clock, and I said I didn't want to go past 10, but that's how it goes. Was this? Everybody know who this gentleman is? I was a big fan, used to be, until I figured out that he was one of the worst. All right, but I have his picture there because I want you to see this. He got his injection, but check this out. Does that look like the same person that just in that suit? See if I can bring him in. Do they look the same? Look at his neck. Look at his neck. That's not the same person. And then he's smaller. Look at you can look right here at his chest area, and look here. He wear like a 52 regular, a 52 long. This right here is probably like a 50 or 48 long. This right here, they are lying to you, okay? But I'm going to show you something else too. I want to show you something else. Now, this right here is not for the faint of hearts. Let me catch up with myself. Now, this is not for the faint of hearts, all right? I got to turn my music off on this. Now, anybody out there knows that there are other beings on this earth. I actually have 2 videos of this one, but you know, when you have these beings on the earth, it's hard to accept the fact that yes, there are some other ones on this earth, and they managed to get video footage of it. Found this on Telegram. I think my Telegram group showed this, and they actually have a close-up of this one too, but this is the one that I wanted to show because in the close-up it kind of shows, you know, where the private parts are, which it has no sexual parts down there on the baby, but I don't want to show that. But I'm going to show you this one, the one that's from a distance. Now, this is, and I don't know if this is, and like I said, I can't confirm the validity of this video, but it's going around like it's a real thing because when they saved those children down there, these are part of some of the kids that were saved from underground. All right. So with these beings down there, like I said, I'm trying not to say trigger words. So you know what they are. I'm not going to say it, but I want to show it to you. So. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but yeah, I came across that and I thought it was freaky. I was like, oh my God. I knew we weren't alone. I knew that, but yeah, they're starting to they're blowing up the dumbs, and as well as you know what? I don't even think my store is. I hit my store button. I think that's the wrong link I sent you guys. I think it's the wrong one. Let me see. Let me make sure. No, I think that'll work. Yeah, that's it. That's the link to my store that's in the chat thing. Anyway, yeah, that was a little hybrid of yeah. It wasn't Pikachu or anything like that. But I wanted to show you this. This is one of the things I just got in the mail. Let me see it right here. Can anybody see that? Hold on, let me get a better view of it. I'm covering myself up. This is one of the 1 ounce coins. My light is right there, so it's kind of hard to show it to you guys. This is the Silver Eagles, because there's an eagle on the back of it. I don't know if you can see it. This is a 1 ounce Silver Eagle round. These are actually highly rated. And this is what I invested in. And I just got these the other day. And I had them sitting out, and I said, oh, let me show you these. All right. Finally, let's get into these. Let's go ahead and tap into this bond situation here. Now, I'm not about to show you that. I'm not going to go through the bond things again because I got some good news for you. Okay, so just bear with me. All right, but I do want to hit. If I can find it. The executive order that was signed by our former commander-in-chief, all right, and this is the part right here that I tell people to focus in on. Okay, let me put this over here. That way I can keep up with it. Okay. Now, where did it go? There it is. All right. By law, savings bonds never expire, and there are no deadlines for the owners to redeem them. It is currently estimated that more than 75 million matured savings bonds issued as far back as 1935 remain unredeemed. The total value of these unredeemed savings bonds is approximately $27 billion. Now, someone do the math on that if you don't mind. I'm going to keep reading. I want to divide that, the 27 and the 75 million, the 27 billion and the 75 million. Divide that for me. Do the math on that. And I'm going to keep reading. And somebody put it in the chat and let me know what it says. It says, above and beyond any legal requirement application applicable to savings bonds, the department should take all appropriate actions to make sure that the Americans who invested in the future success of the country. Now, I'm telling you, you have to pay attention to the play on words. All right. Just pay attention to this. Okay. Above and beyond any legal requirements applicable to the savings bonds, the department should take the appropriate action to make sure that those Americans who invested in the future success of our country have the opportunity to receive the remuneration which they are fully entitled. Basically, he's basically saying, and read between the lines. Read between the lines, okay? He's saying those Americans, someone opening an account, putting it in someone's name, and that someone's name is entitled to it. This is what this is saying. And please forgive me for reading it slowly, but I'm still getting messages of people who doubt me. They're doubting me. They're doubting what I'm reading. But I digress. Under my administration, the department has already undertaken significant measures to reunite matured savings bonds with their rightful owners. For example, the department in 2019 released an online tool known as Treasury Hunt. Let me read that one more time. The department in 2019 released an online tool known as Treasury Hunt. All right, and someone did the math there, and they said it's just, 31 to 32 mil. That's each for that 75. Am I correct? If tell them, please send me, because I might be missing it if anybody did the math on that. I might be, snooping in somebody else's conversation. So please forgive me if I did. But anyway, the department in 29, yes, I'm reading it one more again. Okay, I'm going to read it one more again. The department in 2019 released an online tool known as Treasury Hunt. Now, if anyone that was on any of my past bills, they know that I looked up the word Treasury Hunt. Now, by me looking up Treasury Hunt, it redirected me to Treasury Direct. Now, it says here, the department in 2019 released, the department, meaning the Treasury, Department of Treasury, they put this out, known as Treasury Hunt. So what we're thinking when we got letters with people getting these letters back, you know, it wasn't really a threat. I believe the letters that they're getting you is just to let you know, hey, if you're trying to get this and you are not the person this is supposed to be, you know, jail time and all that other stuff. I think that was, you know, a step that has to be done in anything. I have yet to receive that. John has yet to receive that. Everyone else that mailed in theirs before me didn't receive that. So only one person we know of got a letter that she didn't feel comfortable with. But and I don't even want to put it on here because I'm not going to take this energy in. And one of the reasons why I really wanted to come back in and do it live today, because people, you know, they were thinking that I, you know, gave some information, ducked and run. No, I'm not doing that. I'm standing behind my word. I just took a couple of days off because I don't sleep. I don't sleep and I have a terrible back, and I've been catching it these past couple of days. But let me finish. All right. To help individuals determine if they are, look at this. This is important right here. All right. The Treasury Hunt to help individuals determine, to help you determine if they are the owners of matured redeemable savings bonds. Hold up. Treasury Hunt to help individuals determine if they are the owners of matured, unredeemed savings bonds. Basically, the form, the 1048 form, is just a request to look. That's all it is. And another thing too, everyone is still getting, they need to be a medallion stamp. It needs to be notarized, medallion stamp. Look, just get it notarized. Don't worry about a medallion stamp, because the medallion stamp is going to be needed when you need to cash in for money. And I think that's what drew the red flag, is because she did it and she had hers with a medallion stamp. And that's basically saying, give me my money now. But what you want to do is do it the way that we're recommended. Send the form out, the 1048 form, which is, and I'll show that form because I didn't want to get into that because I'm already over my time. Where did I do it? Where did I put it? See, there it is. All right, this is the 1048 form. Okay, now in this form, when we submit it, the only thing you want to put here, this box right here, you only want to put your date of birth, that's it. That's the only thing you're filling out right there. You want them to go from 1969 to 2021. But like I said, don't worry about filling this form out. I hadn't gotten there. I'm getting ahead of myself. And this is just your regular address. They say if you know the address you was when you were born, you can put it there, but don't do that. You don't have to. It's not necessary. The only thing that's necessary is the Social Security number. Now, here's another thing that they have a problem with. They're questioning if, you know, the account is ours and all that other stuff. They said, okay. Now, I actually recommend everyone call if you don't believe me. Call them and find out. And your question is, hi, my name is such and such. I'm calling to see if there is a bond in my name. Hi, such and such. Well, let's check to see. Do you have the bond number? No, ma'am. I don't have the bond number. She said, okay, that's fine. Can I get your social security number? Why would she ask for your social security number if it's not linked to a bond? Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna get off because I'm just get back into my other information. Matter of fact, that was it. I just wanted to show you that glimpse of something, and I think it was one more slide that I was going to show you, but I think that down. Okay, for y'all who have children. For the ones who have children, I really got to show this. I hate it. You know what? I'm going to show this at the end. I'll do it at the end. All right. I'm going to do that at the end. Anyway, let me get into the news that I got. And yeah, if y'all want to take notes on this, you can. All right. As for the letter that we talked about earlier, that we think that was like a pushback because she got a medallion stamp on it. Now, we all came into the agreement that the medallion stamp is basically when you're asking for the money now, when you're putting in to receive your money. But if you get it notarized on that 1048 form, that's pretty much just saying, hey, can you run to the back and check and see if you have this in stock? All right. D is what I'm gonna name him. One of the people who mailed theirs in and it arrived at the Minnesota Federal Reserve Bank. So she got a notice from hers. It's at the Minnesota Reserve Bank, which is one of the locations where the Reserve Bank was. And what we have is no, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna hold that to the very end. We have an insider in the Treasury. All right, I'm not gonna say who and what or anything like that, but we do have an insider, and they're helping us. They actually, they're just checking with us or something like that. I'm not gonna say who it is or what they know or anything like that. But one thing they did say, let's put it this way: they're not a true work for the Treasury, but they're familiar with it and worked in there, and he said that this is very, very real. These bonds do exist. That's what he said. And he said these bonds are living bonds, meaning that they mature daily. Lonesome Dove, how you doing? How was the surgery? Did you have it yet? Let me know. I said a prayer for you, and I just so happened to glance up and saw you on there. So how you doing? And let me know how your surgery went, okay? And then they said that this is if you notice about those bonds, each bond starts at the beginning of the year. So every year they start a new bond. Now there was a 20-year period where they didn't have bonds. Then they started it back up again. All right. Now John did his. He did his the way I'm getting ready to read to you right now. We have a young man that created a system for us. He has an actual Excel spreadsheet set up to where all you enter is your date of birth and your social security number. That's it. You don't have to do any more math. You don't have to do any calculations. You don't have to do none of that. You just enter your your date of birth and your social security number, and the Excel does all the rest. John redid his, and I'm not going to tell you the amount that he has, but if that was the right amount that someone did the math on up there, that was close to what John said he had. And I'm gonna put it this way: it's over 20. All right, not $20. Not 20,000. It was over 20. All right. So Yeah, I'm going to post it when I get it. We're going to find out how we're going to put this out, because everyone that I'm dealing with are Christians, are straight Christians, straight God-fearing people, God-loving people, and more than likely we're going to put it out there for free or find some way to reward the young man who did this for us. Because what I used the Cash App the last time, I bought him a daddy pack. They call him the backpack is called Daddy Duty. This is for them. So I bought them a backpack, and one of these coins that I have goes to him, and it totaled for the $100-something that I got in the Cash App. That's what I bought them. So they have it's a backpack for the dad. So when they have their baby, for Brianna and Chris, when they have their baby, remember I told y'all we're going to do something for them. So I sent all that money I got in the Cash App, I sent it to them, and I bought the baby a silver coin. So she's going to have a coin, and the Daddy Duty, the Daddy Duty backpack that they got. So other than that, yeah. Again, we have he has set up. Oh, and we also have an updated addendum letter. Now, you remember the addendum letter that came with it that told us that told the Treasury that you were a free and sovereign citizen and all that other stuff. We don't have that yet. We're going to get all that at the same time. That's one of the things that we've been working on. I've also been working on some research dealing with a company called Fidelity. I know y'all know what that is, and that's all I'm going to say about that, because the last time I told somebody about that and I used the trigger word, our telephone conversation ended when I said what it was that I was looking at. But just note that dealing with these bond stuff, it has something to do with it. So there could be more. It could be more out there. So that's what I'm digging into right now. So y'all just bear with me, be patient, pray for me, pray for those out there that are actually in this group that are helping me and that are working with me, because this is nothing but God. All right. So if y'all think I'm doing this, I'm sorry. I have nothing to do with that. It's not me. I'm only passing on the information he's telling me to do. And whatever whatever I ask God, I'm like, okay, what should I talk about today? Bam, I get something, I get an idea, I hear something. And I just need to act a little quicker because of the fact that I was in so much pain, I just didn't feel like moving. I missed out on a couple of stories, which I was ahead of everyone on a lot of the stories. And I'm like, okay, Joe, I'm just going to deal with it. Just deal with it and get up here. Because I forced myself to go to the gym these past couple of days to get up and try to loosen my back up again and all that other stuff. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, y'all know my mother's in there. Everyone say hi to my mother. She's in there. And keep it clean, people. Keep it clean. I don't know if Dad is watching, because my dad, he's probably there watching. If not, what time is it? Oh, no, he's asleep. He's sleeping. Yeah. My dad he go to bed with the chickens and wake up with the roosters. So other than that, that was it, y'all. That was it. If you have any questions, just rewind the video, watch it. Hopefully I can answer hopefully I answered those questions. Oh, one thing John did tell me, it was a total of 1,700 bonds. When they did it, when he finished doing his, it was 1,700 bonds. And this was all EEE, the savings note, and the I. He had all of those. All of those was in there, and it was a total of 1,700. I'm not going to tell you what amount, but it was 1,700 bonds in there. And for those of you who have messed around with that calculator, and you just did a few of them, just imagine with 1,700. I was saying, get a Harley, it helps. No, I promised my mother that I'd never get a motorcycle, man. I did. I promised her so. But I'm gonna get a Vanderhaal though. The Vanderhaal is the one I got my eye on, so that'll probably be it. The one I get. Other than that, that's it, folks. Do me a favor, if you hadn't already done it, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, pass them information, and let them know to be patient. Don't rush it into the system, because they could, cause a glitch in the matrix, and I don't want that to happen. Because we're still trying to figure this thing out, and we're trying to come up with a flawless system to where when you submit the form one time, you submit it one time, you would actually get a response, and it start the process on you getting your blessing, which we think is the NESARA that's kicking in. We think this is a part of it. And we also think that there's more, but at the same time, I think that you can also submit for, any relatives that passed on, if you have the death certificate and all that. So use that. But anyway, let me set this up before I get out of here. I'm going to drop a show tonight. I had to talk about Miss Tiffany Scott. Not Tiffany Scott, Tiffany Cross. I had to say something about that because I didn't agree with what she said about Tim Scott, which it was a very good speech, and I liked it. And she felt like, he was being a sellout. Okay, Joe, where is that box at? I am looking for something here. Please forgive me. There it is. It was covered by another box. I'm gonna probably end up changing my outro music and everything. The music, the bass line that you have beneath there, I'm gonna probably swap it out a little bit. I have a couple of other ones that I want to use, but this is the only one I like because I like the rhythm to it. But other than that, if you have any questions, I'm trying to get better at answering questions on the YouTube chat. It's just that I have so many questions that I answer on IG. Most of the time I don't go to the YouTube, and I'm doing my best because I want to talk to everyone. I want to reach out to everyone. I'm going to do my best to answer everyone's question. Trust me. If I hadn't approved you yet, please forgive me. I am getting to you. Trust me, I'm getting to you. But like I said, I like going to people's pages and looking to see what they're about and all this other stuff. So, if you have guns and stuff like that all over the place, I don't like that. I really don't like that. But who am I? I'm no one. But it says too much, and you're giving the police too much. Yes, the police will go check your social media. If they arrest you, they're gonna go straight to your social media. If you want it, they're gonna go to your social media. All right, and you got people that's so bold, put it out there what they're doing. But other than that, folks, again, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and everybody say bye to my mama for me, all right? And my sister, she on there too, so yeah, say bye to them. All right, people, I'll talk to you guys later.